This competition is actually on the new code of points, so if you're seeing 9.3 from a Russian and you think they're doing badly, not right. We're not going to see 9.8s and 9.9s on this new code. When we see a 9.3 on vault, that's a good score. And if we see a 9.3 on bars, that's an excellent score.
What about the beam?
An excellent score, 9.3. We have had a 9.5 from Ayova in the qualifying round, but unfortunately she hasn't backed that up on other pieces. Oh, and we see so many full twisting back somersaults.
This is one of the explosive Romanian girls who took the team gold, of course, Sabina Coioca.
And she's a mean competitor, this girl. She is unfazed. She absolutely thrives on competition. So unbelievably positive. So far, massive difficulty. Now the girls have to produce either a balance on one leg or a handstand balance within the routine. There are 7 special requirements. That's one of them. Side somersault. She's had quite a few hesitancies on landings, which I must say is uncharacteristic of her.
The big dismount coming by the looks of it.
Yeah, flick to 1, flick to 2, and triple twist. And Maria Bitash, the assistant coach from the Romanian camp, who works alongside Octavian Ballou, pat on the back and says, "Bit wobbly, mate."
And 9th position before the beam, so a lot to do to get up there amongst the medals.
There's the full twisting tuck back in series, and she's going to lose 2 or 3 tenths on that landing.
She will be there again in the apparatus finals on the beam. So a chance of an individual medal, because after the all-around event, both the men and the women come back, and there are 10 more gold medals, 4 for the women on their apparatus, 6 for the men to be had, and that happens over this weekend. We'll have, in fact, a lot of those apparatus finals coming up for you later tonight, 23:15 in Europe, a little earlier in Britain.
And this is a daunting program for the gymnasts, you know. What did she get on beam? 9.337.
Well, that's pretty good, eh?
And that's a high score, considering she had 2 big wobbles after the side summy and the full twisting back somersault. So I would consider she might be having a birthday today.
Another Romanian.
Double layout. And this is Silvia Stroescu, another 15-year-old, very powerful little girl. Full in, back out. Amazing fast twitch. You see the speed of muscular reaction indicates the degree of fast twitch muscle that they possess. Two and a half twist into punch front. Double spin. One of these 7 special requirements. There. Demonstration of explosive muscle tissue. Final tumble. They've got massive tumble, these girls. Triple twist, 2.5 punch front, full in, back out. What's she going to finish with? Double pike? Yes.
And plenty of room to spare. Look towards the corner of the floor there. Can always have put in another tumble.
Absolutely.
But probably better not to have done, because she might have just stepped out, which is what we were talking about earlier on. So Stroescu, Silvia Stroescu of Romania.
But the smaller gymnasts really have an advantage on the floor. I think there's a possibility for the juniors to have a 12x12 and the seniors to have a bigger floor area. And there's the 2.5 twist into the straight front somersault. But because she's a diddy gymnast, she's got plenty of space. You know, she's probably, what, 4 feet 10. Transfer that into meters and centimeters.
I'll let you do that.
And probably only weighs about, what, looking at her, about 33, 34 kilos. Tiny little thing. 9225.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, very slight, but pretty muscular. And now, one of the great stars, Svetlana Kokina of Russia. She, the leader at the halfway point, and she is the favorite. She was the top of the qualifiers.
She's just incredible. She really is. For a gymnast of, well, for a girl of her height to even consider making gymnastics her sport, let alone to reach the heights that Kokina has, is quite amazing. And she is just going like a train. Coached by Boris Pilkin.
Now her height 164, which is about 5 feet 5 thereabouts, I think.
No, I don't think it's quite that, is it? About 5. And I've stood next to her, and she's not quite as tall as me, and I'm sort of 5, 4.5.
Well, this is her official height.
That's the height she is when she's hanging on the bar with weights on her legs, is it?
Certainly, she's tall for a gymnast, whatever.
And she's of supreme quality. That is so beautiful. She just brings her own unique style to things. And the lift, there's Boris, a lovely man. She absolutely adores him, even though she speaks to him so badly, because she can be very moody in competitions. But she's really lovely to him when things are going well. And after the event, she'll give him a big hug no matter what she's done. But yeah, full twisting, flick-flack mount, flick-flack straight somersault in series. And so she's really building bonus points for difficulty.
As a child, I was very picky with my food, she says. My mother hoped if she put me into gymnastics, I'd start eating breakfast without frowning. That's how, for simple nutritional reasons, I started my gymnastics career at the age of 4. But I'm not sure how much more she's eating as a result of all that.
No, I think she's still picky with her food.
And she looks as sweet as apple pie, but as you were suggesting, she can be pretty determined.
Oh, very, very. A mean competitor. But very charismatic. You know, great person to have as a world champion. I'd just love to see her win again. But she's got some very, very tough opposition, and she considers herself one of the seniors in the sport.
She is really ladies. 22.
Yes,
now.
Yes.
Back in '95, she won a silver in this very event, the all-round world championship.
9.237 in comparison to Koyaka. Ooh, one wonders. Now here is a real surprise. Daniela Hippoloto. And she is a true outsider and a chance of a medal. She's performed brilliantly in this event. A friend of mine went to Canberra, to the Canberra Cup last year, and came home and told me about her. Quite a surprise.
From Brazil. Don't get a lot of absolute top performers in gymnastics from Brazil, do we?
No, she's the first to appear on the individual scene. Full twisting double straight. Bar's not her best piece. Floor her best piece.
Just to remind you, this is the girl who was in 3rd position, the bronze medal position at the halfway point after 2 rotations. And she would be almost as a bigger shock, I guess, as Feng Jing winning the men's all-around, if she were to pull it off, of course. And that's a big if.
Well, she only qualified in 14th place, so it shows you how open these championships are. And years ago, if you qualified first, you were pretty much destined to win. But there, the dismount. Very, very strong girl. And extremely composed.